Tonight on Inside Story,
High five.
two extraordinary women,
Exactly the same.
identical in every way.
They're most alike twins I've ever met. 100% genetically identical.
Meet the twinnies.
Sisters, best of friends.
We don't have to look in the mirror.
They're just in tune with one another.
They think, walk, even talk together.
Sometimes we do feel like one person.
They're devoted to each other
I love that noise when they go, "Rrrr."
and their mission to save their feathered friends.
It's weird, it's wonderful and it's strange.
Hello, I'm Layla McKinnon. Welcome to Inside Story. Bridget and Paula Powers were born just a few minutes apart. Since then, for the last 42 years, they've been inseparable, known affectionately as the twinnies. They look alike, they dress alike, just as you'd expect. But the connection between them is truly uncanny. It goes much, much deeper, down to their very essence, which is probably where the great love of their lives began too.
We know that we are individuals, but sometimes we do feel like one person.
It's a weird connection what we have.
So they will be exactly the same.
Exactly, hair by hair the same.
We've got to make sure that they're identical.
They're amazing.
Exactly the same.
There's two people there, but they function like one.
Yes, as you can see, we've got twin beds, twin orangutans, twin cupboards, and we just share a room together. We've done it all our lives. People probably would find it unusual or a bit strange,
but we don't care what other people think. We're happy and that's
the main thing.
A lot of people can call them kooky or whatever, you know, doesn't worry them and it doesn't worry me no more.
More hands gets a job done quicker, huh?
Yeah.
Twinnies are bubbly, lovable, caring. They're almost perfect, aren't they?
We've got one another and we enjoy one another's company.
Good boy. You're going to be better in a few days.
No time for men at the moment. We give all our love to the birds and the wildlife.
They're heroes, you know. Their whole life has been devoted to rescuing seabirds.
You've got parasites, you poor darling.
You know, if a pelican could talk, they'd tell you all about it.
Yes, we're married to our birds. Yes.
I'm Bridget Powers.
And I'm Paula Powers.
You're not seeing double? We're the twinnies, and this is our story.
I think it is easier just getting called twinnies instead of someone going, are you Bridget or are you Paula? And the public just calls us twinnies. When we're out shopping, they go, oh, hi, twinnies.
Thank you. Reading about you in the books. It's very good.
Thank you.
What's interesting about the twinnies is they are the most similar twins. They're most alike twins I've ever met.
Don't need any of the grapes, do we? No.
They've been asked before whether they rehearse interviews.
How can we rehearse a conversation when someone's asking us a question? I said, that's a bit stupid.
They're genetically so similar that they respond the same way to the same question.
We do feel a really deep connection with one another, yes. Yes, we feel one another's pain and actually we both even get a headache at the same time. We have got like probably different freckles and things like that, but no, we're identical, yes. We're identical in the taste of food and sense of humour and definitely like the same TV shows. We just have the same breakfast, have a shower, get dressed in the same clothes and we have the same health issues. When we went for our echo test, the doctor said to me, because I went in the second time, and he goes, are you the same twin? I said, why? He goes, because your heartbeats are exactly the same. And actually he said it was quite scary. Yes, two hearts beats as one.
I reckon I knew I was having twins from dot. I just felt different to all my other pregnancies. And as time progressed, I said, well, if I'm not having twins, I'm having an octopus.
Well, I just happened to be way out in the bush doing road construction, and the foreman drove out and said, "You better get into the hospital." I said, "Why, what's going on?" Is Ellen having the baby? And he said she's already had twins. Yeah, I got a bit of a shock.
Twinnies were in tune from day one, I think, even before they came into this world. I'm sure of it.
I was born first by 7 minutes. Yes. But Mum said we actually took the same breath at the same time. It's because our heads were popped out at the same time, and Bridget just got pulled out first.
When I brought the twinnies home, I left their name tags on for 12 months. I could never tell the twinnies apart as babies. And then I started thinking, there's something extraordinary here, because one would wake up and the other one would be awake within seconds too.
So there's 7 children in our family, and the twinnies were the second last. They were these beautiful blonde curly haired little girls. It was like having these 2 little dolls, really. They were gorgeous. I can remember the girls always speaking together. It was almost like they had their own little language. They were like these little chipmunks, you know what I mean?
That's simple and nice. Yeah, it is. It wasn't Mum's decision to put us in the same clothes. It was ours. Mum tried and dress us differently, but obviously we didn't like it. Yeah, when we tried to dress different, it was just so strange. We just didn't feel right.
Ah, yes, I love it. I gave it my best shot to try and, give them an identity, really. They have got an identity, but they're just one.
I do remember when Mum did put us in separate rooms, we used to find ourselves in the hallway curled up together, snugged in a ball. Yes, it was amazing to wake up and find ourselves in that hallway. Yes.
They are one, and for me to keep trying to separate them and make them different, there's a barrier. I can't break through it.
So, Mum, what do you think?
Oh, my God. Aren't they beautiful on you?
Yeah. The best thing about being a twin, I've got a best mate forever, got a best friend, and we can just tell one another things that it would never go further, and we always share everything together.
Yeah, we didn't have to look in the mirror, we just looked at one another.
It's just a good connection having a twin sister. No, I've never felt lonely, no. We just love being together.
Even as toddlers, Bridget and Paula loved animals. And as they grew older, that love became more intense, more focused. If it had feathers, it was love at first sight. They started out as proteges of Steve Irwin, but now they have their own wildlife charity. Its name, what else but Twinnies Pelican and Seabird Rescue.
It's a beautiful place, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I love coming here.
We love living here on the Sunshine Coast and helping the wildlife, and we're out in the tinny.
I wonder if there's any pelicans down there.
We just love sitting there and listening to the wildlife and looking out for the birds and making sure there was no injured ones around.
No, there's the pelican up near the clouds. So he's a big boy.
The seabirds and the other birds, we find them so beautiful, especially the pelicans. They're big, beaky and beautiful, and they need our help because there's not too many people out there looking after the seabirds.
They seem so relaxed up there, don't they?
Good roosting spot, isn't it,
Darlings?
Their love is pelicans, and I don't think there are probably not anyone in Australia that does it as passionately as them.
Oh, she's got a wound under her wing, has she?
Yeah, she has.
Come on, little girl. Yeah, I think she's got fishing line.
Has she?
Yeah. Need to catch her to have a look at her.
The Twinnies have mastered the art of working with pelicans. They know how to catch them, they know how to do it quickly, swiftly, not hurt themselves or the pelican.
Now have to do our snaring thing.
More than that, they know their way around the bird.
Ready, Bridget? Hang on, not yet, not yet.
One leg in.
Yeah. Ready? Now, Bridget!
You got her. Oh. This one has 4 hooks. I think she's roughly got 3 to 4 hooks and sinker and line around her wing. She's one very lucky pelican not to lose her wing with all that tackle.
It's shocking. See you, darling. Kiss? Yeah.
It's the most beautiful feeling to rescue that bird and untangle him and release him back to the wild. She feels good. Oh. High five. Now, no more getting into trouble, huh? Good girl.
Look, she's wiggling her tail.
Oh.
G'day, I'm Steve Irwin, and these are highly venomous sea crates.
We loved Steve because he was so passionate about his wildlife.
Like a boy!
Steve Irwin was quite fascinated with the twins. He could see how passionate they were. They actually started working for Steve at the zoo, and it all sort of stemmed from that.
When he's seen us, he said, "Crikey, look, there's twin crocs." and he lassoed us.
Steve admired the girls. He knew that the girls' passion was for real. He knew that they were for real.
Steve Irwin would have been spectacular for the twinnies, and for them probably to have someone like Steve there mentoring, what inspiration for them.
He's a hero in our eyes with the wildlife. Yes.
Hi guys.
Hi, Lee.
More babies for you.
Now, charity's called Twinnies Pelican and Seabird Rescue. We started 4 years ago.
Got a bit of feather damage.
And our main purpose is we just give all our birds TLC and making sure they're well looked after.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
You guys eat better than what we do.
We can send them animals that would be in an intensive care situation. They know how to give medication, they know how to give the sort of nursing care that is what I would call 24/7 one-on-one.
Oh, little sweetheart.
That comes from years of experience. It doesn't come from a textbook. Their passion for birds is obvious in the way that they have built something like this.
Good birdie. No, it's not your mother's beak, is it? When we're in our ICU, we've got to treat all our little baby birds by syringe feeding them, making sure the temperature's right, and with the little babies, you've got to make sure to keep them warm, and so we've got special incubators for them. Oh, look how they snuggle in. Oh, I'm glad you got one another.
Twinnies, I need to go through this paperwork with you because I want to get it finished. Twinnies will never, ever turn anyone away with a bird that comes through that door. You have had 25 birds in already and we're not even halfway into the month. Twinnies give everything a go. Everything. The twinnies have to name every bird that comes through.
Hey, Judy, come on. Oh, Mr. Percival.
They don't like giving it a number. They rather give it a name.
Hi, Squidward. Hello.
They all look the same to me.
You ready, little girl?
People can get attached to their birds, but the twinnies have found the right balance. They know each bird individually, but I like that they still treat them as birds, not pets.
See you, darling. Mwah. See you, sweetheart. Mwah.
And the best part for me is that the outcome is that they release them back to the wild. You know, it's a really wholesome project.
It's a good feeling to see them go back to the wild, but some birds we have had tears come out of our eyes, but they're happy tears, and yeah, they're very happy tears that they made it back there and they didn't die on us or get euthanized. It's a good feeling. She's one happy pelican.
There's nothing glamorous about what the girls do at all.
Now let him regurge his fish up. Now put it right down so he doesn't regurge it.
But they see the rewards when they're releasing their birds, and there's nothing better than that.
He just wiggled
With his tail. We're married to our work, yeah. Yeah, we just love what we do. It might worry a lot of people out there that we haven't got partners or boyfriends or things. It's not their concern, it's what we feel, and if we're happy, it's bad luck to the people who think we're strange or whatever, not having a partner or having kids, and yeah.
Boyfriends, a lot of boys liked them at school and that. No, they weren't interested. The twinnies have never been out on a date or anything like that. As they got older, I thought, wouldn't it be lovely for them to meet twins that are identical?
These Canadian twins really wanted to marry us, right or wrong, but there was no connection. Mum said, twinnies, just try and hold their hand, because who knows? But we did, and no, we just wanted to pull it away because there was no spark or nothing there.
As I've always said, if you haven't got feathers, you've got no hope in this world with the twinnies. You guys out there, they're married to the birds.
The Powers family has always just assumed Bridget and Paula were identical twins. After all, they're the only ones who can tell them apart. But there's never been any scientific study, no genetic proof. All that's about to change. They're about to find out how similar, or in fact how different, the twinnies really are.
When we look in the mirror at one another, it just looks weird, strange.
Yeah. I said, imagine if there was four of us.
I'm glad there's not. I'm happy with Bridget's company.
And I'm happy with Paula's company.
Yes.
I can't see them. No, I can't. I've got four eyes looking for them.
Twins are fascinating to everybody, and including researchers, because they tell us what it's like to be human. We can compare two genetically identical individuals and say, how are they different? And these differences must be due to environment.
Couples arrived from Melbourne, so let's do the test. We've never, ever had a DNA test done before, so it's going to show a lot, but who knows? We might come out completely different.
I have included two types of soft cheek swabs for you both to collect and send back.
It's going to be interesting to see if we do come out exactly the same or very similar. And if we can help other people with our DNAs or our research, we're more than happy to do that. Now seal it up.
Fine, sealed and delivered now. It's going to be interesting to see the results. Can't wait.
Me either.
We're here in Melbourne, and I wonder what Dr. Craig's got to say.
We tested, first of all, to see whether they were genetically identical. Then we looked above their genetics and asked, if you look very closely, how similar are they?
Good morning, Bridget and Paul. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to No Duck Children's.
Yes.
Come with me.
So I have the results from the cheek swabs that you gave me.
Yes.
And we've looked very carefully, first of all, at the genetics, and we've confirmed that you are 100% identical genetically.
Wow.
So, yeah, So what do you think about that?
Oh. Well, we said to people that we could shock everybody and be completely different.
Well, we looked more carefully. I study epigenetics. These are factors that go on top of your DNA that respond to environment. So when we actually compared your epigenetics, probably at about 500,000 different pieces of DNA, your epigenetics were 99% similar.
Wow.
We think the differences happen when you're in your mother's womb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so how do you feel about being identical and a little bit different?
Well, yeah, we know that we're identical, but all that epidemic stuff just goes over our head.
There you go, sweetheart.
Oh. Isn't that good?
Do you think you got your love for nature from where you live?
No, we've always loved animals from this time.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it just came
even snails. We used to go and collect the snails from our nan because she used to tread on them.
Yeah. I really believe that their passion for wildlife is genetic because it started at such an early age. It was in their genes. Do you sense some people don't have an affinity for nature, or do you think it's in everyone?
Yeah. You've got to have the passion for the wildlife. Yes, you've got to have it, or you haven't.
Yes.
Here, sweetie. Chicken cat.
I think their closeness has helped them throughout life. They get things done twice as fast. They're so close, they know what each other's doing, and they just share tasks.
There you go.
Everybody needs somebody, and these girls have had somebody 24/7.
It's pretty obvious by now that Bridget and Paula are quite content the way they are. As long as they have each other and their feathered friends, they're happy. For their mum and dad, that's a joy and a burden, a constant nagging worry. What if the unspeakable happens?
We go on a cooking show?
No, we don't know all those fancy names.
We do everything together. Like it just comes naturally.
Gets a job done quicker, huh? Yeah, it does.
What's that?
Having four hands.
It's just instinct. Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, we just turned 42 and, yeah, a lot of people go, oh, wow, you're 42. You don't look 42. But I said, well, it must be the feather dust then, off the birds. But sometimes we do feel 42. Some mornings, yes. But the birds get us up.
Twinnies are 42 now, and I have accepted that they're happy being known as the twinnies. Love everyone out there. Marriage is out of the question. Children are out of the question. They've got thousands of children with feathers.
You got little sweethearts. Nice fresh water, drink and a bath.
They're happy. They've got their own brand of happiness and it works for them. You know, when they say that they don't feel like they've missed out on anything, I genuinely believe that that is the case.
You cute little buttons. I know you're hungry, aren't you?
I love all my family, but the twins, if people believe in angels, I reckon the twins must have been hiding behind the door and when they were handing out the wings, because they're the closest things to angels I reckon you'd get.
I've often thought if I lose one of these girls, it wouldn't be that long after I'd lose the other. I'd bank on that, yeah. But I have spoken to my girls. I have said, twinnies, if something happens to one of you, we have to fight hard to go on for the other one.
I can hear those little birds, can you?
Yeah. We had a talk about it. We said we got to be strong and to one another and think about the birds and our family. And like we said, we could just get like a little mirror and carry around or a ring with a mirror on it and just look at the mirror and I think that's how we would cope. Oh, we just hope that day never comes. Come on.
Woohoo! Oh, here comes another one. He look good too. They're all big boys. Yeah, they are.
The twinnies really have a good mindset. Very happy, very pleased, so passionate about what they do. You know, if we had another 1,000 of them, birds would be a lot better off.
I don't know why we're put here to look after all the wildlife and the pelicans and, yeah, I think it's just we've got hearts for the birds and other wildlife. We're just happy the way we are.
I love that noise when they go, "Rrrr." It means that they're happy.
We've got our birds to look after. Yes, it's a beautiful feeling.
Job well done.
Yes.